Okay, how y'all doing? We're gonna read another one today, and this is in 1919. So this is 30 years before the Chinese Revolution, led by Mao Zedong. This was something Mao Zedong wrote about somebody named Miss Chao's suicide. Might be a little dark, but it's interesting seeing how, from what I kind of glanced over, it seems that he uses this as a way to critique Chinese society at that time, which obviously before, the revolution, the Chinese Communist Revolution, it was kind of bleak from everything I understand about it. That they were dealing with all different sides of, the Qing dynasty, basically selling them out to the West and, different kinds of imperialism and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and read Miss Chao's suicide. Okay. I'm going to see if there's any context real quick. No, there's not really. Mao Zedong, Miss Chao's suicide, 1919. A person's suicide is entirely determined by circumstances. Was Miss Chao's original idea to seek death? On the contrary, it was to seek life. If Miss Chao ended up by seeking death instead, it is because the circumstances drove her to this. The circumstances in which Miss Chao found herself were the following. 1. Chinese society. 2. The Chao family of Nanyang Street in Changsha. 3. The Wu family of Katsuwan Street in Changsha. Sorry if I mispronounced these. I was reading Lenin earlier. I had trouble pronouncing Russian names of Russian places and people, so might also have trouble here. The family of the husband she did not want. These three factors constituted three iron nets composing a kind of triangular cage. Once caught in these three nets, it was in vain that she sought life in every way possible. There was no way for her to go on living. The contrary of life is death, and Miss Chao thus felt compelled to die. If among these three factors there had been one that was not an iron net, or if one of these nets had opened, Miss Chao would certainly not have died. 1. If Miss Chao's parents had not yet had recourse to compulsion, but had yielded before Miss Chao's free will, Miss Chao would certainly not have died. 2. If Miss Chao's parents had not resorted to compulsion, but had permitted Miss Chao to explain her point of view to the family of her future husband, and to explain the reasons for her refusal, and if in the end the family of her future husband had accepted her point of view and respected her individual freedom, Miss Chao would certainly not have died. 3. If her parents and the family of her future husband had refused to accept her free will, if in society there had been a powerful group of public opinion to support her, if there were an entirely new world, where the fact of running away from one's parents' home and finding refuge elsewhere were considered honorable and not dishonorable. In this case, too, Miss Chao would certainly not have died. If Miss Chao is dead today, it is because she was solidly enclosed by the three iron nets: society, her own family, the family of her future husband. She sought life in vain, and finally was led to seek death. Yesterday's incident was important. It happened because of the shameful system of arranged marriages, because of the darkness of the social system, the negation of the individual will, and the absence of the freedom to choose one's own mate. It is to be hoped that the interested persons will comment on all aspects of this affair, and that they will defend the honor of a girl who died a martyr's death for the cause of the freedom to choose her own love. The family of the parents and the family of the future husband are both bound up with society. They are both parts of society. We must understand that the family of the parents and the family of the future husband have committed a crime, but the source of this crime lies in society. It is true that the two families themselves carried out this crime, but a great part of the culpability was transmitted to them by society. Moreover, if society were good, Even if the families had wanted to carry out this crime, they would not have had the opportunity to do so. Since there are factors in our society that have brought about the death of Miss Chao, this society is an extremely dangerous thing. It was capable of causing the death of Miss Chao. It could also cause the death of Miss Che, Miss Soon, or Miss Lee. It is capable of killing men as well as women. All of us, the potential victims, must be on our guard before this dangerous thing that could inflict a fatal blow on us. We should protest loudly, warn the other human beings who are not yet dead, and condemn the countless evils of our society. Wow, that was absolutely powerful. You know, I've read a lot of the Little Red Book, and this I almost feel like is almost more like revealing than anything in there. Because here you could see Mao's pursuit for individual liberties for all people in his country. This was something where he spoke against, arranged marriages. And this is something that people need to understand about the Chinese Revolution, is that these were the things that drove Mao Zedong to change, the reality for his country. He probably thought about Miss Chao the entire time, as he led China to such a great victory and to become the country that it is today, a country that leads in individual freedoms and defeated the bourgeois oppression of the individual. Okay, well, this is a great read. Y'all want to like my Twitter page? It's, Marxist Saw. My YouTube page is Marxist Saw. My Facebook page is Marxist Saw. I do readings. I do different updates on things. I do videos. Come through. Check it out. We discuss, Marxist writings and just socialism in general. Yeah, come on through. All right, thank you. Dada Goy.